Speak up. Speak out. You are the voice of a new generation. And this
is your station.
Talk Radio 93.7 Citizen FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Super Citizen at Sunset on Citizen FM 93.7. This is the fun-packed radio show you heard about. Did you miss any one of our programming today? Join me, Diddy, from the Citizen Pot when we run through our programs from sunrise. Stay abreast, get informed on news roundup. It even gets better. Do you think you know Nigeria? Answer 3 questions correctly and be one of our daily winners on quizzes. It is the full package. Let's take you back, way back on African vibes. Let's celebrate the African people, the rich cultures across borders, the languages, the good food, and wealth of excellence on African vibes. Join me every Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. It is on Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja.
Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, bringing you news updates on digital technology around us, discussing the latest development and how technology can enrich you and make your life more exciting. Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, welcome to our world of technology. Every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12. Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, expanding our global reach through technology.
93.7 Citizen FM.
Let's talk about it on our favorite radio station.
We're more than just a radio station. We are a part of your life.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us on Insights on Citizen FM 93.7. My name is Lawrence Ummotte. It does not look like the best of times for political parties in Nigeria, especially after the 2023 elections. You can name them. Every political party after the election seemed to have its fair share of turbulence, if you may. But for the People's Democratic Party, the ruling party between 1999 to 2015, and the main opposition party from 2015 till date, is perhaps a much more complex and maybe protracted situation. Even before the general elections, the PDP was hardly what you may call united as a party approaching a general elections. For leaders of that party, it was hope against hope that some kind of truce will be reached before the election. But this was not to be. The rest, as we say in this part of the world, is now history. PDP not only lost that presidential election, it has been battling to reconcile warring groups. On Insight today, we stay with the political parties and the turbulence in the political parties. Our focus will be to examine the PDP and the turbulence within. I have a very interesting guest on Insight today, very young man who has been on Insight several occasions, very vibrant when it comes to the issue of politics in Nigeria. His name is Adai Edwin. He's a stalwart of the PDP. Adai, good to have you again here on Insight.
Good morning, Nigerians. Thank you for having me.
It's been quite a while after the hectic nature of politicking and the campaigns. This is the first time I'm seeing you. You look refreshed.
Well, you can say that again. I don't have anything to say. That's your personal view and observation, I guess.
Okay. Ada is a stalwart of the PDP. And I guess at a point, Ada was an aspirant, governorship aspirant of the PDP in Benue State.
Yes.
I saw that lovely poster some time ago.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so welcome once again to the program.
Thank you.
Yes, you can join our live stream on YouTube. You can type in Citizen FM 937 and you will be part of this show live from anywhere in the world. You can also make use of our social media platforms on Facebook at Citizen FM Abuja, on Instagram at Citizen FM 937, and also on Twitter at Citizen FM 937. And also phone numbers. We will open the phone lines when the time comes. That will be at the half-hour mark. Thank you. Welcome back. It's still Insight on Citizen FM 93.7. And as I told you earlier, my guest is Ada Edwin, who is a PDP stalwart and a former governorship aspirant for the party in Benue State. Ada, let's get straight to this issue. A lot has been happening after the election, but let's start from your party. What exactly is happening with the PDP? It seems the PDP is a little bit quiet these days. First, your wartime national chairman has stepped aside. An acting chairman is on the saddle. What exactly is going on? Bring us up to speed.
Thank you once again for having me. As we are all aware, the PDP, my party, is going through, a hard time. Number one, coupled with the fact that we lost the supposed presidential election, according to INEC, and the leadership of the party, they are doing everything humanly possible, to put the house in order. The board of trustee members are actually working day and night, even though they are not meeting officially yet. The National Working Committee are being headed by the acting national chairman, Honorable Demagu. They are also holding strategic meetings here and there to put the house in order. No doubt we are trying to more focus on the court cases that is before us. I think most of our members are not satisfied with the outcome of the election, coupled with the fact that we are more optimistic. Nigerians actually stood with us. They voted for our presidential candidate. And of course, we are all aware of what actually played out because as a political party, we are not in conformity. The report from domestic observers. Of course, these are germane issues, and I think that the processes were not followed. INEC laws were breached. So many constitutional issues that are on ground, and then the emergency of, or the emergence rather, of the president-elect with a whole lot of questions and unanswered questions are so many germane issues. And as a political party, beyond the fact that we are looking forward to do everything humanly possible within the party to reclaim our mandate, we also feel that the unity of this country, Nigeria, is more paramount. And it's, of course, we must look beyond politics. We must actually look in to see that the laws of the land is actually well observed. We also need to look at it that this is not just about politics, it's about the well-being of the people. You can't talk about governance with so many parochial interests without looking at the big picture, because of course, what is the significance of governance? Is for the welfare of the people, is to see that people live above board, is to see that things work, is to see that the law works, is to see that processes and regulations are observed. And I think for me, as a political, as a politician, I think we should look at the bigger picture to ensure that the right thing is always done, beyond party politics and what is expected. And I also believe that the leaders of the party, in their own wisdom, they are doing everything humanly possible, even though it's not official. But of course, there are informal meetings here and there, which I'm aware of. And of course, at the appropriate time, I can tell you that the party will be, solid and well reformed and well positioned, to do the needful of ensuring that the trust that Nigerians have given to us, the confidence that Nigerians came out in mass to vote for us, we will certainly do our best, and hoping that the judiciary will do the right thing for, Nigerians to also be hopeful of knowing that at the end of it all, let there be, or the judiciary, let it actually be the last hope of the common man.
Adai, you see, for some political watchers, it looks a little bit maybe awkward. Nigerians were used to the PDP in charge of the federal government for so many years. Now, in the last 8 years, the PDP has been in opposition. Now, some people even believe that the PDP may have even considered its status as the main opposition party to perhaps the Labour Party, because after the election, the Labour Party has been everywhere. Even though the PDP came second in the election, we don't seem to hear too much, apart from the tribunal issue. We don't seem to hear too much from the PDP these days.
Well, you can say that again. It's not just about the social media ranting or the social media, so much talk. The PDP is a traditional party, is a conventional party, is a well-structured party, and I think we are not just there to please people. We are not just there to excite Nigerians, as the case may be, but we are trying to do everything humanly possible to see that we work within, the rules and the stipulated regulations within the party to see that, we come up very strong and vibrant. Don't forget, we also have some aggrieved people, no doubt, in the party, even though some of their characters and their behavior is actually not in line with democratic tenet. Democracy is something that people need to understand what it actually means. Because for me, as an individual, democracy as it is a majoritarian government. So as a member of a political party, if the majority of the people say, okay, this is the pathway to follow, this is what we think is the right way, no matter the view or the opinion or the perception of the majority or the minority, I think it is behove on them to look at it that, look, if the majority has spoken in line with democratic tenets, it is for us, even though we have a dissenting voice or we are having different opinion, the fact that the majority of the people have said this is the pathway we are going, it behoves on them to look at it and say, okay, let us follow this pathway, even though it's not in line with our philosophy or ideology, because it's the ideal thing to do. All of us who are members of the political party or members of PDP, as the case may be, we agree to follow the tenet of the party. There are rules, there are code of conduct, there are ethics of the party. And therefore, it is not yours to say, okay, my opinion overrides, or what you think is the right thing may not be the position of the majority. And if democracy is a majoritarian government, we must try to imbibe this democratic tenet of ensuring that at every point in time, even though there are views or dissenting views that is, not in line with your own philosophy, but because the majority of the people have followed or agreed to walk towards that line of thought, I think it is expected that, they follow suit to see that all this issue of rivalry and dispute within the party should be mitigated to the barest minimum.
Okay, that is talking about rivalry within the party and stuff like that. Anytime the PDP talks about how the election went, oh, the processes were not followed, the party won the election. Your leaders are quick to be reminded that the party even lost the election before the election began. Your leaders in Rivers, in Oyo, in Ekiti, Ebonyi, were openly supporting members of other political parties. How could a party like that expect to win a presidential election?
You see, beyond what happens in some of the states you mentioned, PDP is a highly rooted political party. Yes, I understand that, of course, the actions of some of the governors, some of the leaders of the party actually play down to what we have seen. But again, don't forget that PDP is the only political party that has a very robust national spread. We have the people. Our structure cut across the 36 states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 774 local government, and over 8,000 wards. And these people, I'm talking of executive positions that are, statutorily recognized by the constitution of the party. I'm just talking of only executive members. You understand what I'm saying? And if you look at the structure of the party and the membership drive, don't forget that we've been in power from 1999. You understand? Before we lost the election, in 2015 and the rest of them. So we have the national spread. So and nobody should tell you the actions. Yes, of course, we would have won this election overwhelmingly, even though some of us are still believing that we won this election. But of course, what the INEC had done, because the case is in court, we are not in the position to begin to question some of the, the nitty-gritty of what transpires, during the election. But the truth is that Nigerians voted for PDP. They voted in mass. In the north, they voted for us in mass. In the north central, in all the 6 geopolitical zones, we were massively voted for. So regardless of the actions of some of them, we know that the party is a very big party. It's a very large party. And, even though we know that the actions of few persons can affect, the number of votes, so nobody can tell us that we lost this election from, from every, from what the media or, the ruling party is saying.
Okay, you said that there are moves within the party to resolve some of these issues. Now, from hindsight, do you think the party would have done things better now? For example, the G5 problem, the Peter Obi scenario, and perhaps even the choice of the vice presidential candidate.
Good. I think so, yes. As a party member, I believe that there are certain things that were not properly done. I believe that the ego set in some places. I also believe that greed also set in some places. I also believe that the inability of the founding fathers to come up and say, look, enough of all this issue, let us put our house together, and look forward to winning this election before we talk about, other minor issues. Yes, I believe that the G5, issue were not properly handled. Because the internal mechanism of the party, the internal conflict resolution mechanism of the party were not properly deployed. There are reports, what I would call the Bala Mohammed report. There are even previous reports like the Kweremado's report. We also have report, even the Saraki-led ad hoc, committee. We went around the 36 states, to actually dig in to see some of the issues that played out. And, selfish interests actually also played out, ego, personality establishments, some of these things. And we cannot grow a party with that kind of, promotion.
Welcome to Super Citizen at Sunset on Citizen FM 93.7. This is the fun-packed radio show you heard about. Did you miss any one of our programming today? Join me, Diddy, from the Citizen Pot when we run through our programs from sunrise. Stay abreast, get informed on news roundup. It even gets better. Do you think you know Nigeria? Answer 3 questions correctly and be one of our daily winners on Quizzes. It is the full package. Let's take you back, way back on African vibes. Let's celebrate the African people, the rich cultures across borders, the languages, the good food, and wealth of excellence on African vibes. Join me every Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. It is on Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja.
Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, bringing you news updates on digital technology around us, discussing the latest development and how technology can enrich you and make your life more exciting. Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, welcome to our world of technology. Every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12. Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, expanding our global reach through technology.
I say get out of my house. How we no get out? Ego hard you. If you make a 10 slap me, something go scatter in the walk on the air, I'm shingam with the guy, do it, me do it, got a tavi.
Angbanev, the year in Kwaya, Shingam Pagachi, doing me city my miongo, he at the Utiv, Sha Itioki, Citizen FM 93.7, Gadioka Shin, or one Angbanev Kwa, Ngwankwa, Mashi Henen Kwachi, Amacho Tom, Ihemion Danza Aqua, aha, at the Utichi, Kati Wasi, Sha Itioki, Citizen FM, at the Utichi, Tichi.
Investigations, special reports, analysis, and breaking news. Premium Times, a leading multimedia news platform, brings to you every minute stories that helps you make informed decisions and hold public officials, individuals, and organizations accountable. We have cartoons, videos, podcasts, and other interesting content for your delight. For timely update on politics, entertainment, sport, and business, visit our website on www.premiumtimesng.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't miss out.
We teach girls shame. Close your legs, cover yourself. We make them feel as though by being born female, they're already guilty of something.
So I think right now we have the chance to be heard, and that's why we're doing it. We're all doing it because we're asking to try and elicit change.
No woman should sit down and allow a man to speak about her reproductive rights.
But it is about opening spaces for other women and not to be seen as token, and that because I'm a woman, I'm only speaking about women at the table. No, I'm speaking about side of the table that is empty, and the women have to be there. So
I want us to leave this world better than we found it. And how I choose to affect change is by speaking up, by being the first, and by being the dominant.
Over 4 billion of the world's population are girls and women, also faced with challenges that affect our world and contributing solutions to them. Let's have conversations and get some answers to them through their eyes and voices. Tune in to Perspectives, where we discuss important issues ranging from climate change, politics, health, the economy, and lifestyle on Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja. Weekdays from midday. Perspectives. Conversations that matter.
Omundem no munam oge ndị Igbo na-abịaziri unu ụbọchị Satọde na ụbọchị Sọnde na wetaka n'elekere nke 4 oge ndị Igbo bụ oge anyị ji anọrị oge gị na-ekene ezepụ na-eji akpọrịkọta ụbụbọ kabarụ na-esonyela anyị nke a bụ Kai umunnem dalunu
93.7 Citizen FM.
Let's talk about it on our favorite radio station.
We're more than just a radio station. We are a part of your life.
Thank you for staying tuned. It's still Insight on Citizen FM 93.7. My name is Lawrence Ummotte, and it's 10:35. My guest is still here, Ada Edwin, who is a PDP stalwart and a former governorship aspirant for the party in Benue State. Ada, thank you for staying tuned.
Thank you.
All right. You can be part of this program by joining our live stream on YouTube. Type in Citizen FM and you'll be taken there. And also our social media platforms are also available for you to interact with us on Facebook at Citizen FM Abuja, on Instagram at Citizen FM 937, and also on Twitter at Citizen FM 937. And also the phone lines are open. You can call us on 0903 29797. That's 0903 2299797. You can also call us on 0818 2222205, or you can call us on 0818 2222206. Yes, I think we have a caller here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Who's on the line, please?
This is Mariam from Mala.
Okay, please go ahead.
Morning to the guest.
Thank you.
Sir, I just want to ask a question. Yes, you are saying that the Labour Party is the media. But I don't look at it like that. I don't know what you people did. PDP 2023 was zone the presidential candidate to start with. I worked for PDP since 1999. That's how I worked PDP since 1999. During the time they lost the election to Mr. Buhari, they work hard, everything. 2023, presidential candidates will come from Southeast. There's no argument on it. And, PDP would have started to be talk about how can you Buhari is from North, 28 years. Now I think it's from North. You want the Muslim from North. How can you do such a thing? You cannot sit down and talk people agree on who president candidate from Southeast. Even if they will want, and yes, everybody will know that yes, you people have done the what you're supposed to do. You don't have anything again, nobody should bring you up. But you people will get it wrong. So I think people should sit and talk. It's not too late.
Okay, thank you so much, my brother. Yes, the numbers again, 0903 2229797. You can also call us on 0818 2222205 or 0818 2222206. Adai, I'm sure you want to react to the last caller.
Yes, let me try and correct an impression. In politics, we politicians, we need to be very, very sensitive in decision making. He talked about me saying the Labour Party is not a media. I didn't say.
I think just hold on. You will take the two together. We have ID on the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How's the family?
Beautiful, and you? Please go ahead, please. But you have to speak up, speak louder so that we can hear you.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
Yes, perfect. Go ahead.
Yes, up till now, I'm surprised that PDP is yet to know why they lost. One thing that I don't really like about the party really is because of this pride. Instead of them to accept that they didn't get some things right, up till now, they have not acknowledged that thing that they did wrong. See, they allow Peter to go, they allow Kankwaso to go, and they still expected to win. Honestly, if the tribunal, if it goes their way, I'll be surprised. Because by now they're supposed to have known that they didn't get something right. How can Buhari from the north be in the saddle for 8 years and they still wanted to bring in somebody to be in the saddle again for the next 8 years from the same north? And they say that they will win? No. See, somebody made an analysis yesterday. If to say the Northern had won, honestly, this country will have broken into two. Because when the Northerners saw that the Southern governors are coming together, which has never happened before, they were scared. And that was how the APC governors met together that this thing must go to the South. And that's it. Because, see, the way the country is going, it's like PDP do not even know about that at all. And that's a surprise to me. They're supposed to be calculating everything, not only their party. They're supposed to be looking at the Nigerian country as a whole. They were only concerned about their own side. They didn't know that something was going on. The Yoruba people have never at any point in time so they are going on their own. The big thing happened during this few months ago, and they didn't see that. See, if the Biafra see they are going, and the Yoruba see they are going, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. So please, we should try to be humble and know what is going on and try to put our politics in a way that people will know that they are actually calculating their dreams. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ID. Thank you so much for your call. Okay, I think, please go ahead.
Okay, let me just try and respond to some of the issues raised. Number one, PDP is a political party, and at the same time, they must adhere to the rule within themselves. Yes, some people felt, okay, the presidency should go to the south. I have no problem with that. And those people who said the presidency should go to the north, I have no problem with that. I understand the place of ethnicity and religion in Nigerian politics, and we try. Have not really done well in terms of fielding a position, somebody in a high place, apart from Tafawa Balewa and the rest of them. And then we also consider the southeast, which of course we hold that, zone, because that zone as it is, they are the sinew, they are the strength of the PDP. And we know the sensitivity of not looking at southeast as the case may be. But again, this is politics. As an opposition party, what do you look at? In the wisdom of the party, we decide to throw the primary open. It wasn't zoned, because we understand that if you zone it to the north, some people will raise an eyebrow. If you zone it to the south, some people also raise an eyebrow. And that is why we say, look, and don't forget, for an opposition party, what is key to us, what is paramount to us, is winnability. We want to win. So any candidate that is popular, any candidate that has the national spread, buy the form, come and test your popularity within the party. The party is trying to be fair. The party is trying to be democratic. We cannot say, okay, we want to just zone it to, and because we don't want division in the party. And that is why the NEC and the National Working Committee, in their wisdom, they say, look, let's throw this thing open. If it's Peter Vida or anybody who picks it from the southeast, the party will support. If somebody picks it from the north, the party will support. But what the party is looking at is a strong candidate that Nigerians, don't forget, the decision of who becomes the president is not a function of the PDP alone. It is the function of the entire country, Nigeria. And we must be objective to see that we give every region equal opportunity. Nobody stopped the Southwest from contesting. Nobody stopped the Southeast from contesting. But of course, it's primary. It's democracy. It's a game of, numbers. So if peradventure we enters into primary, nobody was induced, and the northerner emerges, are we now going to say, okay, you shouldn't contest because it is the turn of the southeast? No, the answer is no. Or peradventure, if, for instance, maybe Wike, as the case may be, wins, are we now going to say, oh, Wike, we are not going to support you because you are from the south? No. Democracy is a game where people go there and vote. And we adopted, the indirect primary, which we adopted in the, in our, primary election. And a lot of people who are the party members, they voted. So this issue of throwing blame or saying it should go to this level or go to this zone is not the case. As an opposition party, what you should be looking at, a candidate that has a national spread, a candidate that will be acceptable by all Nigerians. And we tested it in the primary, and fortunately for His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, he emerged the candidate of the party. So that is where the issue comes from. If, for instance, is democracy, if the majority of the delegates said, okay, it is a northern candidate that we feel can deliver, can give us, the mandate, what stops our brothers from the south not to support them? Because if peradventure maybe a candidate from the south happens to pick the primary ticket, we will also appeal to our northern brothers to support them. So this issue of saying, okay, he has to go here or he has to go, it shouldn't be the case, because people have to vote, except you want us to say, okay, we want to trample on some will of some people, and then because we feel that the southeast is marginalized, and the northeast will tell you too, they too are marginalized. The northeast too are crying marginalization. Because if you look at the north, a lot of people will look at the north as one block. No. We have, that's why it's still geopolitical zone. Northwest has been producing. What of the northeast? The northeast is as marginalized as the southeast in the south. You understand? Just in the north, the northeast is as marginalized as the southeast in the south. So, and that is why we made it an open context. Of course. But again, if you even look at the turnout, regardless of all the things that play out, regardless of the anti-party and the rest of it, go and check the result. We're already collecting results because INEC knew what they did, because they know that the Nigerian people, the masses actually voted for our party. But we know that the processes were breached by INEC. They did what they need to do because, of course, they have been, I don't want to say they have been induced, but, as the case it is now, everybody can see that what INEC should do as an independent umpire in this respect was not done. Due process was not followed. Everything they told us from the inception that we adhere strictly to were not done according to what it should, be done. Results were not posted as record time, and a whole lot of infractions here and there. So you don't expect us to support or to follow a process that is not transparent, a process that is not free, a process that is not credible. Even if not for anything, as a Nigerian citizen, we must do everything humanly possible to hold, those institutions that we have given so much responsibility to ensure that the right thing is done. And if it is not done, we need to question it. And that is why we are trying to question INET. We're trying to question the integrity of, Professor Mahmoud and his cronies who did what they did, at the detriment of the Nigerian masses.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned this. Moving forward, a lot of Nigerians have said we should take a second look at our electoral laws. Let's revisit our election laws, the constitution regarding election, the processes, and everything surrounding election, maybe a comprehensive electoral reforms. Now, while that is in the offing, what about reforms within political parties? What about reforms within your party? For example, your party is known for disobedience of its own rules. Over the years, this is not in debate, over the years, primaries are held. 3 different primaries of the same political parties are held. When will political parties speak for your own party? When will you decide to say, let us start doing the right thing, while we also wait for the umpire to do the right thing?
Yes, I sincerely, in regards to the laws, I think this outgoing National Assembly, they've done a whole lot of good job. I must commend them because, of course, they actually looked at, so many gray areas and then tried to come up with the provisions, that will address some of the gray areas as the case may be. But you see, what actually played out really in this election is not the issue of, it's not the issue that we don't have sufficient laws or guidelines, or acts that will back up, the processes. No, but this is a clear case of, an institution trying to go against the will of the people, breaking her own law. So it's a different thing entirely. So the outgoing National Assembly, as into my own, views, they've done a whole lot of, because the Electoral Act that was signed, a lot of things were captured, which of course, I think some of the serenities that you experienced, the peace you experienced also in this last election can largely attributed to the reforms. But again, coming to the political party, I sincerely believe that all the political parties, even PDP inclusive, we've not actually done enough in the area of reorienting the people. Because if you want to join a political party, you don't just come and, go through or get just paid. You must understand the ideology of the political party. You must understand the principles of the political party. You must understand where this party is. What are the ethics that the party is upholding? And if you don't understand these things, it is easier for you to be looking at your own parochial interests instead of the overall interest of the party and, by extension, the interest of Nigeria, as the case may be. I think going forward, we should be, hammering on political parties to do enough of, sensitization. They should be able to educate people about their program, about their philosophy, about their ideology, so that Nigerians who want to come into or want to become a member of a political party, they will look at it vividly. What does Labour Party has that is different from what PDP is upholding? Or what makes APC different from NNPP? All of these things should be, what political parties should be looking at. Because as it is now, I don't think we are really from the context of ideology. We are actually practicing ideological politics in Nigeria. You understand what I'm saying? So we must know the difference between APC and PDP. We must know the difference between Labour Party and, because you see all this issue of jamboree that you're saying, if you are aggrieved with Party A, you move to Party B. If you are aggrieved with Party B, you move to... We can't grow a system like that. If you go to the Western climes, as the case it is today, you know the difference between a Democrat and a Republican. The ideologies are different. One is policy is tilting towards industrializing, America. Another one is talking about the welfare of the people. So these are clear different things. So if the Democrats come into play, you know that their policies will definitely favor, the masses. And then when the Republicans come on board, you know that they are going to see how they can empower more industry, give money to, big corporations to do what they need to do. The ideologies are very clear. But in Nigeria, what is the ideology, as the case may be, between APC and PDP or Labour Party? Even though people like us that are in-house, we know that there are clear differences. Like, I am a member of a political party. I know the difference between PDP and APC. That was why I told you earlier on that PDP is the only national party we have, because our program is nationalistic oriented. And of course, going forward, it is up to us now to sensitize Nigerians, to let them know that there are clear cases, there are clear differences among these political parties, going forward.
Okay, Adai, we have less than 60 seconds to wrap this up. Talking to your members now, do you think the peace moves underground likely to see the light of day?
Of course. You see, there is no any other political party than the People's Democratic Party. You cannot look. I have had a case of interacting with some of our members who moved to APC, and then some who moved. In fact, most of our leaders that migrated to Labour Party, I have got calls recently. They are already coming back to the party, because in terms of party administration, party activities, there is no political party can do it better than the People's Democratic Party. I can boast and can tell you that, with my full chest. So if you go to any other political party, you will see that administration, that party politics, those things that upholds a party as a formidable party. PDP has all its stock. You can't go to APC and get it. You can't go to Labour Party and get it, with all due respect to, some of these political party. But in terms of political administration, you can't get it anywhere better. And that is why we are optimistic, because even those who are already gone, they're already coming back. And many will still come back. At the appropriate time, we'll talk to the aggrieved people. We'll see how we can reshuffle the National Working Committee. Members of NEC will start coming to meeting. Board of Trustees will constitute themselves. And then we'll, come up with, a robust system that everyone can be proud of.
Oh, well, I think we have to leave it at that. Adai Edwin, PDP stalwarts and former governorship aspirants of the party in Benue State. It's always a pleasure having you on Insight. Thank you so much for your...
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, that's our package for Insights for today and for the week. Insight returns on Monday with another interesting topic. My name is Lawrence Ummotte, and News on the Hour takes place in the next 3 to 4